What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. Come on in, everyone. Hey, 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 how are you? I'm doing this impromptu live real quick while I'm getting text messages. So hold on one second. Let's see. Okay. So I know I'm getting some people telling me that they don't get notifications for my live, but come in anyway, okay? Hit that like button on your way in too, okay? Please and thank you. I just wanted to come on real quick to say hello to everybody because I haven't done a video in 2 days. And so I know there's been a lot jumping on the YouTube streets. So I wanted to come in and say hello. Whew, that was way too close. What's up? What's up? I wanted to come in and say hello, number one, and then just see what y'all got going on. Talk about a couple of stories that is out here with y'all. Hey, Cookie, come on in. Anybody that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, they are the moderators and they volunteer their time. Volunteer their time to hang out on my channel and everybody's channel. And they make sure that you guys have a good time in the chat. So thank you very much, Cookie. Thank you, Lady D Keys. Welcome, 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 everyone else. If you are coming in, say hello by hitting that like button, okay? Hit the like button real quick. And yeah, come on in, y'all. Let's talk real fast. Y'all know next week is supposed to be the Love and Marriage Huntsville premiere. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm assuming everybody can hear me, but y'all can drop y'all city or state or both into the chat and I'll give you a quick shout out. Sometimes I'll start talking and I don't even know if you can hear me or not. My mouth could just be running, child. Come on in. So I am manning this afternoon. I went out and did my walk. I feel real good. I've walked every day. I'm trying to get my 10,000 steps in. Like during the afternoon, I probably do like about a little close to 6. Yesterday, I did a little close to 7,000 steps. But by the end of the night, I'm good. I got my 10,000 in. I'll see if I can do anything different. What's up, Houston? Hey, Indianapolis. What's up? What's up, East Orange? Fort Lauderdale is in the house. Let's see. Arkansas is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I only listen to you now. Had to protect my mental. Oh, baby. I'm glad that I am safe for your mental. I understand what you're talking about. It can get hard in these streets, child. What's up, Maryland by way of DC? Welcome, welcome. What's up, Houston? Houston, I need to pay Houston a visit. I saw a restaurant. Y'all know I will travel for food. Okay, I travel for food. I was looking at some channel and they were talking about this amazing restaurant in Houston. I said, I will be there, baby. Houston just looks like it has good food, period. What's up, Florida, Kentucky, Marietta? What's up? How are you, Marietta? But yeah, I was out and about. New Orleans is in the building. My favorite accent in the world. What's up? What's up, Denver? What's up, Cincinnati? Do they still have the Cincinnati Music Festival? The Rhythm and Blues Festival? That was a big deal when I was a kid. Everybody went. Let's see. What's up, Richmond, Virginia? Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in. 184 of you are here for this impromptu live that we're going to get started in just a second. What's up, Maryland? Okay. I'm assuming y'all can hear me, so we're going to get started. No hat today. I had to wash my hair and my root is still wet and I don't want to put a hat on it. I'll have a problem. I'll have a problem later. Cleveland, Ohio. I used to live in Cleveland for a little bit. I used to date someone in Cleveland, then lived in Cleveland. What's up, Trinidad and Tobago? Hey, hey, hey. So anywho, y'all, I don't know if you have been listening to all that is going on in the YouTube streets, but y'all know Ernesto finally got them charges, right? I think it was last week or the week before. Shirley Strawberry finally pulled the plug and filed for divorce. And Ernesto has a RICO charge currently. I think 39 charges altogether. One RICO. It looks like the CP charges and the R charges, They haven't actually brought those to the forefront yet. That's being handled by a different department. Um, but he also has a bigamy charge. The man is being charged for having 2 wives, maybe 3. Who the hell knows? Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. This is 2024, child. Who knew? I mean, we knew he was in jail and that he's been talking, and unfortunately, he got people out here talking for him in the streets. But YouTube has brought some people to justice, it looks like, because the bigamy charge, all of that stuff was YouTube, right? The YouTube, I forget her name. I think it may have been Chronicle Speaks. Please forgive me if it's not her. I believe it was Chronicle Speak. She said that a wife had reached out to her, and at first she didn't believe it. And then they brought the paperwork, and child, she started putting all that information out there. And oh, it cracks me up to know that people are this dumb. Cookie went to school in Cleveland. Hey, Cookie. Went to school in Cleveland. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you, actually. Thank you very much. 236, 254. Numbers are changing fast. 254 of you are here in the chat rocking it out with me on the DYANAROZAY platform. The Supreme team is in the house. Yes, you are. Thank you so much. So anyway, that was one of the stories. I wanted to see how you guys felt about it. Cincinnati Music Festival is still in effect, going in July. Good. I need to go. It used to be fun, but I've lived so many places, child. When I left Ohio, I was like, I'm never coming back to Ohio. Yeah. That didn't happen. Of course. That's the type of stuff you say, and your mama be laughing at you like, girl, bye. We'll see you next week. Okay. Thank you, LaDawn. I appreciate you. You'll be celebrating your 68th birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Renita. Wow, that is a blessing. That is a blessing. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you celebrate all this week. I hope you celebrate all next week. That is amazing. Blessings to you, girl. Okay, may we all be so blessed. Okay, the goal is to keep living always, right? Be healthy and keep living. Okay. Let's see. You thought it was Grown Woman Vibes? I think it was Chronicle Speaks. Chronicle Speaks is the one who delivered the news that he was practicing bigamy. And now that was when he gets charged, that's one of the charges, bigamy. Bigamy is one of the charges. And they are basically saying, I guess most states have a 3 strikes you're out rule kind of thing. 3 strikes, you're in for the rest of your life kind of rule. And I guess Georgia may have some version of that. And so what they're saying is, my hair is falling now. What they're saying is that I think Ernesto is 60, or he'll turn 60 this year, that the charges, the people that have been following all of this for a while, Grown Woman Vibes, Chronicle Speaks, Pam, The Intellect, those are the ones that I usually listen to. But anyway, they're saying that it is possible he could be in for the rest of his life. They're also suggesting that Shirley Strawberry may have been working with the police, after she got a chance to hear those videos, and she said, you know what? He was never for me. Okay. He was for the streets. They are basically saying that they think that the reason why she filed divorce when she did, right before these charges landed, is because she was working with them, and they basically said, go ahead and pull the trigger. So who's the other one? Phone calls from prison. All of those ladies have been diligent. So it looks like the police may not have had to do any work at all. They just listened to the YouTube channels and started moving, child. Yes, Deshonda, it's a really excellent festival. And I think that Frankie Beverly, who used to perform there every year, he's retired. He's finally retired his little voice. But yeah, it was an amazing. Everybody, especially Ohioans, loved Frankie Beverly. I think Chicago too. Is Frankie Beverly from Chicago? Child, tell me if y'all know where Frankie Beverly's from. Let's see. I love your hats, but you are beautiful without them. Oh, thank you, child. Y'all cut it out. Y'all making me feel all warm and bubbly inside. What's going on? Y'all know sometimes you got to come on without your hat because people be thinking you hiding shit. Some lady who looked like a big toe, by the way, she left me this nasty message saying, "What are you hiding under your hats?" This was probably like a year and a half ago. She left me some horrible message telling me that I was a monster. I was like, girl, bye. After you go look at their picture, you're like, some of y'all got a lot of time on your hands, man. Yes, happy birthday to Renita. Happy birthday. Yeah, Chronicle Speaks. A lot of people are saying they believe it's Chronicle Speaks. But yeah, it looks like YouTube has brought the Black women on YouTube have brought, I want to be specific, have brought some attention to Mr. Ernesto Williams. Ernest is his government name. So that's going on. Let's see. YouTube is turning out to be a great resource for many persons and institutions. Whew, it's a lot, child. He's from Philly. Frankie Beverly is from Philly. Thank you for sharing that. Frankie Beverly and Mays. Yes, I grew up listening to Frankie Beverly and Mays, and he was always a staple at the Cincinnati Music Festival. But everybody claims Frankie Beverly, including Beyonce, who did a little remake with Frankie Beverly, Before I Let Go, right? Thank y'all. Okay, so anywho, yes, thank you. Keep hitting that like button and subscribe. If you are not a subscriber, become a part of the Supreme team. I appreciate y'all. So that was one of the topics I wanted to talk about. I was literally in the bathroom getting ready, and I like to listen to what's going on sometimes with the legal eagles of YouTube. And when they were talking about it, I was like mind blown. This definitely was uncovered. Okay, this man has lived, I think they said that they're charging him from 2016 is when the bigamy charge is going to start. But everything that these officers are listening to probably came from these channels. And these ladies should be, really careful, because I shouldn't say careful, but they will probably pull some of those videos. My guess would be, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the time, that's what happens. That's why I say all the time to y'all, I don't care if you are in the front room or in the back room of YouTube. Okay, you can go to your paid channel if you want to, behind the wall. You are still liable for what happens on your channel. Chef Don Don, if you guys did not get a chance to listen to a video that Chef Don Don dropped, he exposed a lot of information that has been happening for months on YouTube, for months. And even though he was being protective, for those of you who follow the Chitlin circuit, y'all know who he was talking about. There was some women that were involved in some really wild things, and people kept saying doxing for I don't know how long. It was felt like months. People just kept saying doxing. People didn't know the definition of doxing. Someone actually came onto my platform one day, a crazy person. She was writing all types of shit in the comment section. She did something where she changed her name. So her name was one thing, and then she changed her names to make me think that she was a different person so that she can write something ignorant. Okay, so she wrote something complimentary, wrote something ignorant under a completely different profile. And when she wrote it under the next profile, I recognized who she was. Now she has her actual name, her real government name, on several platforms. And so I called her out. I said, I know this is you, bitch. Okay. How dare you get the F off my channel, blah, 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 blah. And she hit my video and said, I doxed her for something I said in the comments. So I was like, I have no idea what this is. They sent me a message from YouTube, and it was like, please check your video. What else did they say? They said, if at this date, YouTube's legal department is going to review it. And if they find this information to still be in the video, then they are going to, take legal action and do X, Y, and Z. I knew who it was immediately. I was like, how dare this heifer? Like, I didn't even call you. I called you out on a name that you use everywhere. It's your name is everywhere on all these different platforms. You are doxing me after harassing me. The nerve, the audacity. I'm telling you, people are bold as hell. But I would love for every single one of y'all to go listen to Chef Don Don's video. I think he may have dropped it maybe sometime earlier this week. So maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Listen to that video where he is explaining what happened to him when this doxing thing started on YouTube amongst the Love and Marriage Huntsville content creators specifically. Okay. And if you are a YouTuber, you should be downloading documents, because what happened, it sounds like, in those back rooms could affect people for a long time. So when this show was off the air, when the kids on the show, Melody's kids, Tisha's kids, when they start having children, if you are still alive, you could very well be affected, because you can't trust the low life bullshit that went down when they decided to pull people's information. It wasn't just a name, okay? It was a lot. And if you go listen to it, you're going to kind of piece together some videos that were being, taking place during that period of time, where people were saying things like, I'm living in a hostel. I'm living in a hostel because you doxed me. And I was like, why would you be living in a hostel, girl? What the hell is up with that? But that same person had called my initials out. She was like, you're mad at DR because of this. And when that girl finds out what you did to her, I was like, So I'm aware that this shit that was taking place in the back rooms, that it was affecting me too. So, child, let's all, and some of y'all probably were in those back rooms, from what I'm understanding. It seemed like a game, but for the adults, the grown ass adults that were playing this game, they knew what it was. They knew what it was. It's really important to know that people who do shit like that will hide in plain sight and bring as many people into their little bullshit as possible. It was some interesting stuff going on, clearly. But thank you, Chef Don Don. Okay, there's a lot of stuff where people are looking at one person on the internet, and the low life shit that people were doing didn't even touch. It doesn't hold a candle. Okay, what that other guy was doing doesn't hold a candle to this. That was dirty. That was dirty. But yeah, there was a whole lot of Enron things happening. A lot of Enron things happening, girl. Yes, I said the same thing. There's people who are going through a psychosis right now. A psychosis. Yes, it is illegal. Yeah, it is illegal. That's why I said, if you guys start piecing together those videos that were coming out by certain YouTubers who was literally backtracking and putting up alibis, and I was like, this is some crazy shit. There's some crazy shit. But it was more than one, more than two, more than three. Okay. It was the same way we talk about the Cabo 6. It was the YouTube 4, 5, 6, 8, however many people were involved. But there's a lot of people involved. And they exposed a lot of information, and it left a lot of us vulnerable. Yeah. It was several. Thank you, Deshonda. Yeah, it was several. Anybody who is a YouTuber, everybody should be pulling those documents and be prepared to have to fight for your name and your everything. Because anybody else, if that happened to anybody else, you would recognize it immediately for what the hell it is. Okay? Just so y'all know. Go to Chef Don Don's page, watch that video. He doesn't have enough watches. Right now, there's conversations being had about it, and it's all ass backwards, okay? The people they are talking about, the names are wrong. For whatever reason, everybody's pushing a whole lot of weight over on Anthony's side. He wasn't even in it. He was doxxed too. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening, and it's absolutely disgusting, because it was for all the people that come onto this channel all the time talking about low character, low morals, low values. They were in those back rooms doing exactly the same shit, not even the same, worse, worse. Okay, because you talk about others. So you were worse than that. Just going to put that out there. Now let's move on. 520 of you are watching right now. What else happened? What else happened? But anyway, it's worth it. It's worth it. With several for sure. Got to pay attention to what you're dealing with. There's a lot of people who, put a lot of weight on people. What was the end game? Let me ask you this, Kathy. If someone had your name, your phone number, your mortgage information, your tax information, your husband's name, your children, what could they do with that information? What could they do with it? Okay? What could they do with it? What would be the purpose? It sure as hell isn't to play a game. It's to make you think. It is insane. It is insane. And this is the Love and Marriage Huntsville crew. And this is women. So it's sad. It's sad to me. Anywho, let's talk about Mrs. Holt. Okay. Bingo, Rochelle. Bingo. Bingo. That's what it is. Bingo. And again, if you go and look at the other videos and how these people were backing it the fuck up, you will see exactly what it was. Okay. So who else? We talked about Shirley Strawberry. Watch the video. Watch the video. Chef Don Don. Now we're talking about Mrs. Holt. Mrs. Holt is Sheree Whitfield. It'll happen. Listen, like I said, the sad part of it is it did happen. It should have been reported the second it happened, but so many people were afraid. They were just trying to run out. They were just trying to, disconnect from it. But like I said, long after this show was over, no more Love and Marriage Huntsville. When the children that we saw in the show has children, the people that got themselves all that information released, we're still vulnerable to that bullshit. Mm-hmm. We're still vulnerable to that bullshit. And it wasn't just to the content creators. It was shared amongst whoever paid the money to be in their back room too. So there's a lot of people that know, like I said, the conversations that we have on these platforms about, like I said, low character, low moral, low value. Why is Carlos King allowing this, that, and the other? It's fucking laughable. It's laughable to me. It's laughable to me because that was about as low as it goes. But Mrs. Holt still has not communicated whether or not she will be a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta next season. So my shirt, which I did buy, says, "Freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't free," which I say a lot. I say a lot. Freedom isn't free. Freedom of speech isn't free. Freedom of nothing is free. Okay, so we have to be careful when we say stuff like that. There are a lot of people who died so that we can do what we do today. So freedom is never free. Freedom is never free. But yeah, she still hasn't made the announcement. And y'all remember last season? Was it last season? Was it actually season 6 reunion when Melody says out loud to everybody on the set, on the reunion set, you said in court, she tells Martell, you told everybody in court, you told the judge that your relationship with Sheree was strictly business and it had, you guys weren't romantic. And he screams, liar. And that's when he jumps up and said he's going to go get the paperwork and all that good stuff. And I don't know if Sheree is actually on yet. She's the holdout that's still waiting. We don't know if she's going to be brought back as a friend of the show or actually on the show. But her relationship with Martell was a huge storyline. So her lying about that is absolutely crazy, right? And I knew that it would probably affect her ability to come back on. But if they do bring her on, they probably make her talk about it a little bit. Because Andy Cohen seemed very interested in her relationship with Martell to the point of where I think Martell called on the phone during the reunion and he pulled the phone and was like, hey, Martell, thank you. Thank y'all. Y'all are so sweet. I swear y'all are sweet. And he never came back with the actual papers, right? He came back with some shit he typed up himself. It probably said red rum, red rum. It probably said red rum. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Anyway, if you guys watch The Shining, y'all remember Jack was writing he was supposed to go to the hotel to write a novel, and all he wrote was all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or a bad boy or something like that. Anyway, what is the title for Chef John Don when I'm done watching? I don't know the title, but I will just go over there. It should say it on the thing. He's going to follow up with some conversations that has been had all over the internet for the last 2 days. So go look. I like Chef Don Don. He's a sweet guy. Anyway, Mrs. Holt has not responded, not to the comment, didn't respond to the comment that Martell made, where he said, Mrs. Holt with the fire emojis, and she is still a holdout. All she keeps saying in her post right now is that she is very blessed. And yeah, red rum, y'all know what red rum spells backwards, that she is very blessed. And but she's not saying anything else. So the only 2 people that we know for sure are returning is Portia and Kenya. Both of them let everybody know that they had a peach. And Portia's life is being affected by Simon. Now, also, y'all know that not Portia. Sheree took that picture with Simon. And Simon said, if you don't like to see my life, okay, because people were talking to him, calling him a dirty dog. Why are you taking pictures with Sheree? You're trying to mess up her relationship with Portia. He said, if you don't want to see what I got going on over here, he said, you can bounce. You can bounce. Martell is a whole joke, despicable father. There's a lot of people that needs to go, boo. A lot of people that needs to go. This show has turned people into maniacs. That's unfortunate. Come on in. Drew is back. Thank you, Peggy. Drew did say she was back. I remember that. I remember Drew saying that she was back. She is back. So Drew Sidora, Kenya Moore, and Portia Williams, those are the 3. And we have no idea who the new crew is. Not even Portia knew, because she has made the comment that she was going to start filming, and she just found out she was interested or excited about seeing who else was going to be on the set. Okay, so that's what the other thing that we had to talk about, Mrs. Holt. So I'm going to keep an eye on Mrs. Holt to see if she had to give Martell a call to see if he was willing to return and maybe clear some things up, since he said it was a business relationship. But Melody wasn't the only person who said it. Martell's baby mama said it too. Ariane, she also said that he told her it was a business relationship. So that rumor had been out there for a minute, old and cold. But do y'all think that she should be able to come back and clear it up? If you think that Sheree should be able to come back and clear up her relationship with Martell, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't give 2 hot damns about Sheree's story, put a 3 in the chat, okay? You thought that those pictures were old. Nope, because she had the long blonde braids. That is what she's rocking right now. Long blonde braids. So, nope. Portia was in the chat on the picture of Sheree. Oh, what did Portia say, Kim? I didn't know that. I don't think it's the show that turns people into maniacs. They have the character flaws in the first place. Well, sometimes what happens, this is funny, but if you guys like, study a little bit of psychology or whatever, sometimes people can have these breaks where they think what they're watching is happening to them. And so it's hard for them to unlock. And it can happen to like really smart, great people. Hell, I think Stormy was trying to say that her mama had a psychotic break. She was like, remember, she was like, this is a woman who used to read books. Like she would read a book a week and she was really smart. Da, 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 da. She went, I don't know who this person is. She just stays on the internet and she believes that the stuff that she's reading on the internet is true. People do that. A lot of that stuff was coming out when people were, voting the last term, and they were having breaks. People were like, I know my mother or my father is an intelligent person, and the stuff they are reading on the internet has them gone. Let's see. A lot of people are saying 3, child. They're like, you can keep it. We don't care about Sheree's storyline. Don't come back, girl. Don't come back with that Martell mess. Uh-oh. Veronica said she is given 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. Everybody hitting us with the 3s. Nobody gives 2 damns. So Mrs. Holt storyline, you can go on about your business. Someone said, I'm going to surpass a 3. I really don't give a damn. It's a 4 for me. It's a 4 for me. Okay, 3, not interested. Okay, I was just asking. I don't know if that's going to be the storyline. I just know it was odd that Martell popped into those chats talking about Mrs. Holt. Oh my God. Dude, you didn't even want to kiss her on New Year's Eve. You didn't even ring in the new year kissing your woman. You kissed her on the cheek. The realest moment between Sheree and Martell actually happened with Sheree's ex-husband, Bob, when Bob walked right past Martell, didn't give him 2 seconds. Was like, man, and Bob has a wayward eye. So to see him walk past Martell, like, don't even talk to me, dude. I don't even have anything for you, okay? That was hilarious. 3, she should go for trying it. She should go for trying it. I thought Martell said it in court. Well, that's what Melody said. She said he said it in court, but then she revealed that information on the reunion stage, and that's when Martell screams, liar! He screams it right there, right? I think that's when he screamed it. That's what I remember. And he jumped up, and his suit looked real shriveled up, and he marched off the stage. Oh God, this show keeps giving. I tell you, it keeps giving. Let's see. Uh-oh. Realty with the Diva D. Okay, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Realty with Diva D said 1. I'm kind of curious. I think that's my only one. That's the only one in the chat, child. Well, cool for her. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know what other reason he has to write Mrs. Holt. We know that Martell didn't even really like Sheree. He didn't even like Sheree for real. The red pill effect. The red pill effect. You're right. They internalize what they read and see on social media. Then they get to a point where they can't separate the reality from fiction. It's a true thing. It's a true thing. So I know that, sometimes people can be super healthy, very intelligent. They get caught up. Let's see. Sheree messed up her family pictures at the baby shower by having Martell in the mix. Well, new to the channel, I'm Ernesto Shirley. What? Sister to sister, are you revealing something here? New to the channel, I'm a Ernesto Shirley side chick. Is there something you'd like to tell us? Would you like to come up and talk? If you'd like to come up and talk, I will be happy to drop the link to Sister to Sister. If there's anything you'd like to share, child. I am interested, I have to say. I had shared a video last year, 2023, in the summer, I dropped a video where I said that I thought that Shirley could have been a victim of like the Tinder swindler type of thing. They call it, there's a name for it and I forgot what it's called, but basically you meet someone that you know has resources, whether it is, names in the business or whatever. But according to some documents that I think it was Pam the Esquire had put, that's her channel. Anyway, she's a lawyer. She has a good channel. I think she said that part of the investigation and things that they were saying was that he got with Shirley to connect with the people she know, the people in higher places, and that it was possible that Steve could have been a victim, or that's where he had his sights. He did sound like he perked the hell up whenever she talked about Steve, child. Sister to sister, would you like to come up? Let me know, honey. I'll bring you up. No judgment. I just want to hear when people have things they have to say, okay? Portia put the fire emoji. Should have made it clear. Sorry. Okay. Oh, I got jokes. Okay, just jokes. All right. I thought you were about to, put it all on the line, child. Tell us what you felt. We all know Sonya's been doing that for the last couple of months. Sometimes you get a little secondhand embarrassment for people, like, damn. I know she has a son. I don't know how old her son is, but damn, that's a shame. Anywho, so that's the other story I wanted to talk to you about. Mrs. Holt. She still hasn't done anything. Who else? I'm interested in season 2, but I don't care about Destiny or the Demon Mother. I don't think that, well, I shouldn't say that. I really don't know. I heard it live earlier. Thank you very much, Linda Gamble. 404 of you have hit the like button. 728 are in the chat. So keep hitting the like button for me, please. And thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry I am looking at this screen. So sometimes it probably look like I'm not looking out at y'all, but I'm reading the comments. There's a lot of people that's sad, child. That is the truth. A lot of people that's sad. But I was listening to a post that Marceau made earlier. Number one, he said that he has expanded scope to deal with residential property. So before he was only building commercial, and now he said he is building houses. And then he showed the plot of land, and they were putting the foundation in. And he said that he was doing 2 or 3. I don't know. Maybe it was just one. Hell, I don't know. But he said that that's what they are doing now. And he, guess he needs to put some more money in the coffers, right? Thank you very much, Lady D Keys. And he also said that he is interested in seeing what's going to happen with the next season, because they don't get to see the clips ahead of time. They have to watch it with the rest of the audience. But he said that when he watched the video, or when he watched the trailer, he said he was shocked. He was like, I didn't know we did all that. He was like, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. And then somebody over there tried to dog him. They called him Marcia or something like that. And he said, I'm trying to be professional, but if y'all want this smoke, I can definitely come out of a box on you. So I like the bold and the bougie. I like when y'all come over there and start saying things. I don't want to encourage that, though. I don't encourage y'all to do that at all. But it always shocks me when I see people doing it. His license is not residential. He was standing in front of a plot of land that had houses across the street from it and on both sides of it. You can go check out the video right now. He posted it. We have to look at Martell next season. Dreadful. Child, let's be mad at everybody right now. There's a lot of anger and upset to go around. I've decided not to watch this season. I'll get the CCs. I'll get the info from the CCs. Okay. But we'll see what happens with that. He's trying to tell us that he failed at constructing business, and he said, "I'm just passing it on because I am super interested in what is going to happen next." He literally said, "I'm coming back from the hotel." Now, this hotel project, I feel like he started first talking about the hotel project either in season 2 or 3, and we are in 2024, and he's still talking about leaving the hotel. Why? Did the hotel get finished? Isn't that what Zen Gardens was suing for? I don't know. I'm going to tell you, I'm out of it. I don't listen to a lot of it because, there's only so much I can juggle with social media in my real life. But I have to let my real life win. My real life got to win. In my opinion, that would be a step down to come from commercial to residential. It's normally the opposite. Well, what he said was he's taking it on. He didn't make it seem like he wasn't doing it anymore, just that he was adding it to the profile, to what he does. Um, mm, 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 mm. Some of this stuff I'm gonna let rock in the chat as opposed to putting it up here because I don't want to have any problems. I do have this scrolling across the screen. It's about reality TV and pop culture. It's for entertainment purposes only, and this is my opinion, okay? Okay. All right, y'all. So that was the other one. What else is going on in these YouTube streets, or what I got a chance to see? Anybody paying attention to the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy case? They're trying to, go through their divorce. Martell behavior came out over there on Housewives. He could have redeemed himself, but he screwed up. Everything he builds falls down. Y'all kill me. So people are saying that they are listening to Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. So did y'all see the latest pictures that have I guess Jeannie Mai put out and said that Jeezy was being her, that she is a DV. She was experiencing DV in the relationship. Oh gosh. If there's one relationship that I wish I didn't know a lot about, it's theirs. I really felt like they was pushing it down my throat when I first heard about it because I was just like, who cares? Who cares? She had just come out of a bad relationship. Her husband or her ex-husband remarried within months of that divorce. Announced the pregnancy, said they were happy, made some comment like good riddance to her because we don't give two damns about her. And then she connected with Jeezy, and then there was all this conversation about mixing cultures and yada yada yada. And not that that's a bad thing, because it isn't. It's actually okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it seems so forced. So forced. So you saw the pictures. So they're all over the place. I don't have them to show y'all, but there is a bruise that looks like it's about the size of an apple. She said that he hit her, and it's on her leg or something. She shows the pictures, and then he put out the receipt saying she got hit with a golf club, and he showed the receipts showing that they had talked about it and everything, I guess. And I was like, this is getting real ugly and dirty. Real ugly and dirty. Oh, you thought they were both claiming DV. Now, I did hear that she's even admitted, she said something like, in her culture, the way they talk about men may not be, the most respectful. And but she blamed it on a cultural thing. She just said it was just how we did it. Right. Let's see. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you for blessing the channel. I appreciate you. That is very sweet. She said, Queen Diana, I just love you. Your composure, spirit, laughter shows nothing but your love and your space. Much love. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm going to tell you, it is really important for me to work on a daily basis on keeping my mind okay, keeping my body okay, especially, I told y'all before that I had to I went to the doctor a couple of times. I wanted to make sure some things were okay. But now that I know that they are, I just want to keep moving and doing what I'm supposed to do to stay okay. I don't want to have any more scares. So it's really important for me to stay in a good mental space. And if I know something is not that's affecting me, I'm out. So happy to catch your live. I'm happy you caught the live too. Thank you, Jolene. I appreciate you. Um, I think her family dynamics is a problem for her. You think so? It's a lot going on with that relationship. We shouldn't know all this stuff about these people sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But they're putting it out there for all to see. And they have I think that little girl might be 2 years old. I don't think she's more than 3. Um, and so there's a lot coming out about them. And then she is on a public platform. She does that talk show. Ooh, it's just a lot. It was a golf cart accident. Thank you, Jacqueline. I'm going to tell you, I read it and I kind of rolled through it because I was like, listen, this is a lot. I don't want to hear about this all the time, but it's a lot. But divorce gets ugly, child. We all know that. The reason why we're all here today is because we all watched that TV show, which, by the way, I encourage everybody to go back and watch from the beginning because there were some real moments on that show. Now we have gotten ourselves to a place where you got your favorites, you got the people that you can't stand. But when those couples first started, they really gave us a lot. Kimmy and Kiowa and Maurice. Unmatched. Kimmy on that damn porch at the cabin, and she asked the cameraman, "Are we done?" Because she wants to spit fire. She wants to breathe and spit fire. That was an amazing scene. All of the scenes with Kaya was amazing because Kiowa was just being like, she went, we weren't divorced yet. We weren't divorced yet. When she does that, I'm like, oh my God, Kiowa was giving Kimmy no breaks. No breaks. Even when she came on the very last time in season 6, I think it was season 6 or 5. And she was like, listen, I don't give a damn. I don't know you like that. I'm not a part of this reality TV shit. All I care about is that my son is okay. So if you need to hear an apology, here it is. But we ain't having this conversation again. Okay. I loved the Kiowa dynamic. Yes, I felt she probably was rethinking that whole relationship. I said it. I mean, if you go back and look at it, you can't even fake it. She was sitting on that porch and she was just begging God for strength. Please keep me quiet. Please don't let me take this fucker's head off. Like, you can just put anything, say anything out loud, and you could tell that she was thinking it and she was trying. And she was like, okay. And the way Maurice was dismissing her, oh my God, y'all just got married. He was like, what do you want me to do, Kimmy? What do you want me to do? Not that. I mean, what's wrong with you, man? What's going on? She was like, you know how that woman disrespects me. Why would you even, I'm not even a consideration. I had to go back and watch that earlier this week just because I'll go back and watch a couple of things just so that I can get on the right track. You know what I'm saying, for the season? But when I went back to watch, I was like, y'all, this show was a gem. They have scenes in this show that are so real. It's never happened on TV before, ever. Not in reality TV, not in the reality TV space. Kaya was just speaking her truth, in your opinion. She was speaking truth, but she also knew how to stir things. She just did it in a very quiet way, but she also was bucking up to Kimmy to say, listen, you ain't going to do fucking anything. You're not going to do anything. And you could tell that's what she was doing. So it was hilarious, kind of. Let's see. All Things Possible said, I was rooting for Jeannie Mai. Okay. And Jeezy and their relationship. You didn't think that their relationship seemed forced. Okay. I appreciate you sharing that. This is my opinion, and I appreciate anybody else who has something different to say. It's appreciated. It's appreciated. You can say whatever you like, as long as it's not disrespectful. How many kids does Kiowa and Maurice have altogether? That's a question that a lot of people ask. Some people said that they think that Maurice has daughters with Kiowa as well. And I don't know if they are his blood or biological daughters or if she had children prior to him. He only ever talks about Monster. Even in, his interviews or on his live, he's never spoke about anyone other than Monster. He will show birthday parties with Monster. He never shows birthday parties with any other children. So it is hard to say. It is hard to say. I think it may only be Monster, even though there has been rumors that came out. Oh, fake. You think that those early scenes were fake too, Mary Willis? I think that those were probably the realest scenes that we've ever had. I think that they walked into that space completely unaware and they just gave themselves. And I think the only person who was, I shouldn't say only person. I think that Melody is aware of the cameras. I think that Martell was aware of the cameras. I think that Marceau was aware because there were some things that Tisha would do that Marceau would be like, I'm going to try to correct this and get your ass together. Him telling Tisha, I'll never forget it. Tisha, did you want this to continue? Why would you not accept her apology? When Tisha walked into the house giddy. She was so happy. She thought she won against Mel by not accepting her apology. And she came home to her husband. Your husband should be a safe space. And the way that scene ends with Tisha crying at the countertop, oh, that was something. That was something. Let's see. I was never rooting for them, never rooting for Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. It gave Force for You and Rush, so no surprise that they are where they are now. Okay. Someone has confirmed that the girls were Kiowa's daughter, his stepdaughter. So that's what people are saying. Cookie is sharing that she believes that Maurice has 2 daughters with another woman, not even Kiowa. Okay. So we're still trying to figure out what's true there. Thank you so much, Yolanda. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Let's see. She has kids with her husband. I think she does. I think she mentioned that. Even Kiowa letting her son, the son that lived with her for whatever, 16 years, 14 years. I don't know when Maurice took that on, but that was like honest. Like, I don't know if I can give you my child. Like, he's been here the whole time. I don't, I know who you are. I don't know if I can do this. Another person is saying that they are Kiowa's daughters. I wish that Kimmy had enough self-esteem to leave as soon as he was going to pay Kiowa's rent. Well, he was going to let Kiowa live in one of his properties rent-free, her and her husband. Oh, boy. Esther said that Kimmy was a side chick. Now, Kimmy's been fighting against that side chick accusation since the day they started. They actually brought that to the platform, right? Kimmy said, Kimmy was the one who let us know that she was being accused of being a side chick, and she did not like that Maurice let it go on. She said, we were friends. That's it. We were friends, but I never dated you, and you know that, until I knew you were ready. Like, I wanted you to sow your wild oats, get it out your system. And that is going to be another storyline on, that's going to be another storyline on Love and Marriage DC between Black and Sherelle. Sherelle keeps saying, we never smashed until you broke up with blah, blah, blah. You ain't got to smash, boo. You're attracted to him. He's attracted to you, and he's doing things to get out of his relationship so that he can be with you completely. That means he's already exited the other relationship, and he did it because you were available. So when he was texting you and calling you and showing up for you at places, it was because he was making sure the two of y'all can continue when he got rid of the other one. Men, for whatever reason, I don't know, women could do this too. I'm only familiar with men though. They'll be in a relationship with someone, and then they will already have that other relationship in waiting before they break up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but this could be an everybody problem. I don't want to make it just a man problem. Honey, Marceau know which side is butter, his bread is butter. Tisha had to go fix that. She did have to fix it. She had to eat crow, child. and say, I am sorry. I think where they went wrong on Love and Marriage Huntsville is not being real and true to who they are. They are fake now and has to keep up the ish, and they are struggling. They were very real and true, and I think that they got caught up with the social media part. Social media was coming at them real tough though. And I think they were having some real problems at home, and they were trying to keep a different appearance on the show so that they didn't get attacked for their very real problems that was happening in real time. So I think that's, you can't always talk about what's happening to you in real time. Um, Sometimes you got to let it move a little bit, a little bit. Hey, Simone, how are you? I slick felt sorry for Tisha at the bar. Oh, the bar scene. So I felt sorry for Tisha at the bar scene too. When Tisha shows up for date night, she is all, decked out. You can tell she had her stylist and her makeup artist and whomever, they all showed up. She walked in feeling herself and was like, I'm here. Marcel said, Tisha, he said, Tisha, Melody's coming. So we're going to have to pause date night or maybe set date night back. And Tisha lost her damn mind. She was so upset. She lost her mind, and that made Marceau lose his mind. And I actually said, I remember doing the review, and I said, I felt bad for Tisha because some stuff you don't have to, you should let be at the house. Like, girl, we're going to talk at home. We can't do this on camera. But there were so many people who said, no, no, Diana, no, Diana, he did the right thing. He was supposed to tell her off right there. I was cracking up. That was funny to me. But I still thought that maybe Tisha might have got hit too hard that day. But the shit was hilarious, child. And it's always going to be on TV. So there's that. What's up, Bama girl? How are you? Let's see. I just thought of something. Since Marceau said he was shocked by the trailer, is there another attack on the marriage? Since Tisha keeps posting about marriage. Well, I was shocked that he said it too. I didn't expect him to say that. He said that he was like, I was watching like, whoo, all that shit's happening. I was like, uh-oh. If the cast is shocked by the trailer, then this is going to be a crazy season. I have never heard Marie speak of other children. Me neither. The guessing is mind-blowing with people. Let's do sure factual things like Kimmy, like the Kimmy side chick. Kaiwa said out of her own mouth that he was her ex. Okay. She said it later though, Keisha. She didn't say that at the beginning. Remember when she was on the show and on the reunion stage when Kimmy was like, I was never a side chick. Kimmy started crying during the reunion stage when they were on the reunion. And Kyra shrugged her shoulders and went, we weren't totally married yet. We weren't totally married yet or totally divorced yet. Totally divorced. Wholly divorced. I think maybe that was the term she said. We weren't wholly divorced or fully divorced. So she did imply it. And Kimmy said that she would make nasty notes on Facebook and things like that. So, and she said it, I believe, on a YouTube live. She was with one of the Scott brothers. So it didn't go away. And Kimmy also said it. So there was a couple of times that she said it, Keisha. If you didn't get a chance to see it, go back and start with season 1, because there's also a conversation that Kimmy has with Tisha, where she said, when that woman was calling me names and side chick, y'all didn't protect me. And now you're asking me to protect you or stand by your side while you lying about something that Melody did. And that's what caused the rift between Tisha and Kimmy. And Kimmy said on the 4th season reunion stage, I believe, or 3rd season reunion stage, my relationship is not good. And it will never, and like whatever her and Tisha had going on, because they were like real good friends, she said it's never been repaired, that they're in a bad space. I don't understand why Kimmy took her son off the house and put Maurice on. What are you saying? Instead, Marie should have bought or built new marital homes as millionaires would do. Do y'all have more documents? Did y'all find more documents? Because I have no idea what that one is about. I don't know what that one is about, child. I'm going to say that might have gone over my head. Let's see. I have to be honest. I like Mel and Marceau banter. Mel gets in his butt every time. Melody and Marceau have amazing banter. They're funny. They are super funny together. Kimmy told several different stories about dating Maurice while she was still married. That's true too. Thank you very much, Linda Gamble. She said there's 534 of you that hit the like button, and right now there is 758 that are watching. So make sure you say hello when you come in, and if you haven't said hello yet, you can hit that button right now. Just give me a little hey girl, okay? Hit the button. No, Maurice admitted on one of his lives that that he does have daughters, but anyway, people hear differently. I don't recall it, but if you did, I appreciate you setting the story straight. Kimmy dug her own grave. She told 3 different stories about how they met, how she met the Marblehead. Okay. Maybe she recollects it differently every time. Every time. Grooming the next person to be cheated on. Who's doing that? Because a side person role needs to be when they ruin the existing relationship. The bar scene. Miss Main Event cracking up about the bar scene. That bar scene was epic. That bar scene was epic. Sorry. I don't feel sorry for Tisha. She married a man with no top teeth. Heavenly Father, please fix it. Please fix it. Sharon Black as well. Oh, okay. So that's what you're talking about, grooming the next person to be cheated on. Okay. Sherelle and Black may as well go and admit that they were seeing each other before Black was completely finished with his relationship with Joyce Fran. There was a lapse in judgment. That's what it sounds like, based solely on the stories that Sherelle and Black have told. They even have a whole relationship podcast where they are, I guess, being matchmakers or talking about dating and things like that. So I would just say, listen, this is the stuff you should look out for. That's as much a part of dating as anything else. Tisha allowed him to treat her like he did. I don't feel sorry for her because a man will treat you the way you left them. Okay. She blames Mel. I think she blamed her to a point. Tisha does appear, you guys. Hey, Layla, how are you? Tisha appears to be in a different state this season. So I've seen some of her posts and how she is engaging Marceau, how she's engaging the public when they're making comments. And she does seem like she is over a hump. So we'll see how far over that hump she is. Okay. We will see. Indigo Girl said, with both sets of the Scotts, I feel it feels as if they sit with each other and produce their parts, which is why they appear fake on screen. I think that is true. I know I heard Marceau say in an interview that there are things that him and Kimmy and Maurice would talk about to make sure that they don't really, strike each other too hard. But on the maybe 5th or 6th season reunion, maybe it was the 5th season reunion, they all admitted to doing it. They all sat and said, we do sit and talk to each other about what we'll bring to the show and what we won't. Carlos King asked that question directly, and they all said yes. They all said yes. So there's that. Kimmy even said that they weren't divorced. They weren't wholly divorced. She did say that. She just is saying that she never slept with them. So sometimes I guess cheating for people is sleeping together. And for some people, they think we're just friends, and it is what it is, right? I think that if you're attracted to someone and you end up marrying that man, that you were attracted to them and you know what attraction feels like. Y'all, just because y'all holding out, okay, while you are hot and bothered around each other means nothing. True, Diana. Plus, Kaya said that the mutual friend they have in common, who is really the person who introduced Maurice and Kimmy, is it Patricia at Kiowa's toy party? I'm not a Kimmy fan at all. I just feel bad for the lies. I understand. I like for us to keep it corrected too, because I really feel like this show is going to go down in history for many different reasons. But they brought so many things to this show that I've never seen before. And it's still very relevant to this very day. Like, it's a lot. Let's see. Diana, there were a whole lot of side chicks. Not a word going on, my opinion. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Plus Kiowa. Plus, isn't Kiowa married to a family member of Maurice's? Is she? Keep sharing the word, Keisha, because I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that either. Tisha's team Scott to her disadvantage. She goes hard for them. Well, she is a Scott. She's married to a Scott. She's a Scott. Her kids are Scots. Well, neglecting herself in the process, she's losing. Neglecting yourself is never good. Neglecting yourself is never good. Sometimes you got to sit with yourself, be by yourself, and answer to whatever your body and mind and spirit is calling for. How is Maurice supposed to buy a marital home while sleeping with his brother on his brother's sofa? Don't know, child. Has anybody noticed that Melody tends to uplift Tisha while she's speaking with about Marcel or with Marcel, but Tisha constantly tears Melody down on camera? For example, Melody is not innocent. Domestic harassing communication. Did she say that Melody's not innocent? So we're going to be watching. We're going to see what happens. This season is called Secret Revealed, right? So we're going to see what happens. The fact that these people, all of them on this cast, is still willing to show up on this show with everything that has been exposed is wild. But at this point, sometimes it's okay to be stripped naked, and you'll be walking different and feeling different. You have to get over that little depression hump, but once you're over it, you're done. Kimmy did tell multiple stories about how she met Maurice. I do recall several stories about Maurice. Jalen was never on Kimmy's house, but I will close my mouth. Love your channel. Okay. Okay. So see, sometimes people get it all. Sometimes you hear so much information, it gets twisted a little bit. Let's see. What's up, Long Beach? Kiowa is married to the Scott sisters' ex-boyfriend. Wowzer. I didn't know that either. Kiowa seems like a real one, though. She gives I don't give a F energy, while at the same time, I will whoop your ass energy. It's a whole thing. I like it. I hope we see more of her. Let's see. Secrets revealed would have to be everybody's secrets. We know that I'm assuming that the Fletchers are going to have some things that's going to pop up for them. Okay. I think people tend to think that was in Pontiac, Michigan. That mirror was over Kiowa. Their marriage was over. Okay. Their marriage was over. Some people think that the marriage was over. Listen, I don't think anybody's wrong. It's just, your perspective of things. You are interested in seeing if Melody addresses Tisha regarding Carson having told her about the RP when she met her. It's very possible. It's very possible. I feel like Mel is the only one who is trying to reveal secrets about. Okay, they need to stop the fakeness and reveal everyone's secrets. Let's see. I mean, there's secrets that may not actually be secrets anymore, child. At this point, people just have to figure out where they are in the show. We're watching something go down on the show with this upcoming season that has been playing out on social media since May of 2023, April of 2023, really, because I think that's when the episode aired with Carson Blue. But they started talking about it. The audio tapes dropped in May. This has been an ongoing conversation for a very, very long time. So getting an opportunity to hear them talk about it out of their mouths, what they think, what they feel in real time is, again, this is historic TV. It's historic TV. It's going to have that kind of impact. I'm glad that they didn't continue to exploit Maurice Jr. on the show. I think that Kiowa stopped that mess. What do you mean? What do you think happened that was exploited? If you don't like that he was on the show? A lot of people are asking for Mel's kids to come back to the show. Tisha is still mad at Melody because of her mother got put off the show, which she should have gotten put off immediately. Wanda went too far. I like that episode too. That was the episode they all meet. Melody and Martell walked into that meeting together. It was the first. It was the very place that they had the very first comeback meeting that we got to see, I think. Melody needs to understand for her protection that the dislike Tisha has for Melody will never change, no matter how nice Fair Melody is with Tisha. The disdain that Tisha has will never change for her own protection. I think sometimes we think that because we see them on the show that they mingle together. I don't think they mingle together anywhere except for when the cameras are rolling. So you can't be more protected than being on a set with full cameras. So and the set is typically their house or a restaurant or a place that they pick. So outside of that, I don't think that Melody and Tisha see each other. When Melody is showing herself at home, Tisha's never there. And same for Tisha. We never see Melody a part of those events. So maybe we can disconnect that part that they're really just filming together. And when the filming is over, they go home. I saw Moses on Instagram purchasing a fleet of vans. Yes, I saw that too, for his generational wealth. They have a story besides Destiny. And maybe their only story for the upcoming season is filmed. I think the cameras are done. Y'all think that Carson will make an appearance? If y'all think that Carson will make an appearance, put a 4 in the chat for yes and a 6 in the chat for no. Will Carson Blue make an appearance on the upcoming season of Love and Marriage Huntsville? 4 for yes, 6 for no. Yep, they're both from St. Louis. I think they said that. I believe that the secrets have been revealed in real time on social media. It's just to hype up the show. They're taking their leads from social media. Well, this time they're not just taking their lead from social media, but it's real time happening in their life. So it's a little different this time around. Before they're usually like just a season behind. This time it's literally weeks this is dropping. They're like a whole season behind before. Let's see. I married and divorced years after separation. I didn't care that he had dated, just like he couldn't stop me. I knew I wasn't going back. He was difficult and I was done. Okay. Some people feel different. I know that when I heard about Portia and Simon, at first I was like in complete shock. When they started explaining we didn't know each other for real, I was like, okay. And even though Fallon was saying something different when that pregnancy stuff came out, I was like, damn, this entire thing is messy. So I don't know if you can still hold people's feet to the fire, but some people are still holding it to the fire. Like that relationship was still a relationship. They were still married. I don't care whose baby she was pregnant with. So it's just people's perspective. Why would production keep hearing Melody and Marceau? Conversations should happen between Melody and the ladies. I guess because Melody answered the whatever you call it, when they give you the thing for filming. From what I'm understanding, I don't know if it's still true, you can say yes or you can say no. If you say yes and they both agree, they're in it together. I don't think that it's production at that point. If Melody is saying no, I'm not filming with Martell and you're not going to make me, she can say the same about Marceau. I think she's okay with filming. And y'all remember last season, Melody has a whole conversation with Marceau where she's saying, I'm trying to move past some of our old problems. And Marceau seemed like he was open to it. She said the same about Tisha. She said, I didn't set you up with this Kiki meeting. And her and Tisha, like, squashed the beef. Golden says she would like to see the kids back on TV. She thinks that they're beautiful and well-mannered children. Some people are saying that. I think that the kids give something to the show. Let's see. Oh, mostly sixes. Mostly sixes are in the chat. People are saying that they do not think Carson will be on the show. Do not think Carson will be on the show. Are you saying it could be a maybe? She gave a 5. Courtney gave a 5. She's saying maybe yes, maybe no. But mostly people are saying no. No Carson. Okay. The Scott sis was actually married to Kiowa's current husband. Oh, it was a marriage, not dating. So Marceau is a forever brother-in-law. Wow. He is also MOS brother-in-law. Who's MOS? I don't recognize that name. Tisha said several times that Melody is not innocent because she wants to put Melody in a bad light. She never says what Melody has done. Well, Melody can say the same thing about her. And has. Melody doesn't lay down for anybody on the show. I've never seen it. Melody fights back. She gives as good as she gets. So I don't see Melody as like suffering. I see her as a person who's she's in it. She's in it. She's in it to win it, and she does what she needs to do. So I'm able to. I just look at it differently. That's how I enjoy the show. I believe that they mingled first season. After that, nah, Monster is about to graduate. Ain't he? I believe so. I believe so. I think they said some stuff about him looking for colleges and everything. Maurice Jr. looked very uncomfortable the last time he was with Maurice and Kimmy and Kaya. Well, Maurice Jr. all together. You could see the way Kaya is looking at her son in discomfort. It was jarring to me. Oh, okay. He seems like he is a real showboat. Maurice Jr. I've seen some video of him, I guess, playing football and dancing and stuff. I think he likes being in front of the camera. I think that he didn't like that he was having some of the things he needed to be corrected on in front of the camera. But I think that he likes it. I think that he would pull away from it and that he has an opportunity to say no if he doesn't want to do it. If y'all hear my dog tap dancing back here, hey there. I think he needs me to help him. He wants to go outside. So I'll have to sign off here. I'll read a couple more and then I'm going to sign off and take care of my baby. Houston. Okay. Libri said, is there anyone who believes that Kaya was having... Ooh. Lady Bree, what's going on over there? Okay. All right, y'all. So I think we went through a couple of things. I appreciate y'all coming on with me in this mid-afternoon impromptu live. I'll try to do it again soon, maybe tonight. We'll see. Tisha tends to act naive and innocent. I'm fearful that Melody will let Tisha back in and possibly confide in her again. I don't think so, Shirley. I think Melody has said a gazillion and one times. In fact, just if not just a few months ago, that she still has her guard up. So I don't think that's the case. I think that they're given to the show what they need to give to the show. Okay. Melody has shown the good, the bad, the ugly of her life. Tisha's shown the absolute nothing. Tisha's shown some nasty shit about that marriage. Y'all got to go back and watch those first seasons. Tisha was going through some things, and she did her and Marceau didn't understand the whole ins and outs of the TV game. Not at the very beginning. You're good, Lady D. Don't feel bad. There's just some things, you just want to make sure. I know people like to have conversations about Kimmy and Maurice and the nasty stuff they was going through when she was getting taking care of herself. Whew, child. Anywho, I appreciate y'all. I'm actually going to sign off. You guys have been amazing as always. Lady Bree, don't take it any offense, okay? It was just I didn't expect it. That was my fault. I should have read the whole sentence first. But anyway, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of the mods who came on and helped out with the chat. Thank you for blessing the channel. I appreciate that too. Anybody who blessed the channel, thank you so much. Y'all can keep talking to me in the chat. Those of you who are watching the video, if y'all need to rewind it and start it from the beginning, please do so. We had a variety of subjects, okay? And we are going to get it cracking for the next season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So thank you. I appreciate you, Lady Bree. I appreciate everybody who came over. Until next time, guys, I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.